Okay, now I will share my screen. We will start. All of you have got the concept of cardinality of Cartesian product.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, means we have two sets and the Cartesian product of those two sets we are going to take, and then number of elements in that Cartesian product set. It is all about the cardinality of Cartesian product, means what number of elements are there, that is the cardinality of that set that we know. In case of Cartesian product, what it is, a cardinality of A cross B, means two sets are there, A and B. It is cardinality of A into cardinality of B. For example, we have taken A is set of small AB and B is set of 5 and 6. Okay, so in Cartesian products there will be 4 elements, A5, A6, B5, B6. Okay, so the cardinality of A is 2 and cardinality of B is 2. 2 into 2, it becomes 4. So cardinality of Cartesian product is nothing but the multiplication of cardinalities of the individual sets. Okay, uh, these means the many sets we are having, the product of cardinalities of those many sets, it is the cardinality of Cartesian product. Okay, means we have three sets A, B, C. Then cardinality of Cartesian product of ABC will be cardinality of A into cardinality of B into cardinality of C and so on. Okay. The set A cross B is infinite if either A or B is infinite and the set is not the empty set. Okay. And the set is not the empty set. Okay. If any one of the set is empty set, then cardinality of Cartesian product will be 0. If any one set is infinity, then cardinality of Cartesian product also will be infinity. Okay, it is the case of cardinality. Now we will see the Cartesian products of several sets. Okay, means we have sets like x1, x2, x3 up to xn. Capital X is the uh, name of the set. Okay, and small x1, small x2, small xn are the elements of that Cartesian product of capital X. Okay, capital X are the sets and x1, x2, x3 are the elements of that Cartesian product of capital X sets. Okay, so what the Cartesian product of several sets, that is from x1 to xn, will be the elements small x1 to xn, such that that vertical line we mean it as such that xi, that is small xi, belongs to capital Xi. Okay, small xi belongs to capital Xi for every I is belongs to 1 to n. Okay, what the values of I will be, they will vary from 1 to n. Getting what the Cartesian product of x1 into x2 into xn will be, it will be small x1, small x2, dot 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 dot, small xn. Okay, when xi will be the xi belongs to capital Xi. Okay, getting I here again is from 1 to n. It moves from 1 to n. Means suppose small x1 is there, it belongs to capital X1. Small x2 is there, then this belongs to capital X2. Getting? And if small xn is there, it will be the part of capital Xn. Okay, it is nothing but the Cartesian product of several sets. Getting?
Yes,
If
ma'am.
yes, if tuples are defined as nested ordered pairs, it can be identified with x1 into x2 into xn minus 1 into xn. Okay, now tuple means what we know. In tuples, we write it as in the parenthesis. Okay, in parenthesis, we write it like tuple or nested ordered pairs also we have seen. How we will write in terms of nested ordered pairs? Okay, x1 into x2 into x3 up to xn minus 1. Okay, and xn will be different there. This become two tuples. You are getting this x1 up to xn, it is 1, and xn is second. Getting this x1 up to xn minus 1, it is 1, and this xn is second one. Getting? If a tuple is defined as a function on 1, 2, 3 up to n, that makes its value at I to be the ith element of the tuple. Then the Cartesian product x1 cross x2 cross dot 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 xn is the set of functions. Okay. Now what does it mean? See here. We are going to take the tuples. Okay. Two tuples will be there. So from x1 to xn minus 1, we are going to take one term, and second term will be xn, simply xn. Okay. आपल्याकडे n सेट्स आहेत. सो आपण nच्या आधीच्या सेट पर्यंत एक टपल धरणार आहोत, x1 टू xn मायनस 1, आणि n हे n हा त्याचा प्रॉडक्ट, xn हा त्याचा सेकंड एलिमेंट असणार आहे टपलचा. ओके, x1 टू xn मायनस 1 हा एक टप्पलचा पहिला एंट्री असणार आहे, आणि दुसरी एंट्री काय असणार आहे? ओनली xn. दीज आर अबाउट सेट्स. ओके, capital X are sets. If a tuple is defined as a function on 1, 2, 3, n. Okay, now what is it saying? If a tuple is defined as function, okay, on 1 to n, i's value run from 1 to n, that we know, that takes its value at I, that takes its value at I to be the ith element of the tuple. Okay, means what does it mean is, uh, means x1, this we can see here. See the upper definition. Xi belongs to Xi. It is saying, means what? X1 will be from X1 set, capital X1. Small x2 will be from capital X2 set. X3 will be from capital X3 set. Getting? X1, X2, X3, like this. Okay. If a tuple is defined as a function on 1 to n, that it takes value at I to be ith element, okay, of the tuple that I told you just now. Ith element of the tuple. Okay, I to be the ith element of the tuple. This xi will, xi is xi belongs to capital Xi. Okay, capital Xi is the set. Getting? Then there will be x1 belongs to capital X1, X2 belongs to capital X2, Xn belongs to, yes, capital Xn. Okay. Then the Cartesian product x1 comma x2 comma dash 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 xn is the set of function. Okay, it will be the set of functions. How it is written in this case? X, yes, x such that 1 to n, x values run from 1 to n. What does it belong? X1 union x2 union x3 union xn. Okay, xn is the last set. Okay, values of x run from 1 to n, where we know as x1 union x2 dash 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 union xn. Okay, then xi belongs to capital Xi. For every I belongs to 1 to n. Okay, for every I belongs to 1 to n. Getting all this? Yes or no? I'm not getting any response. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, here did you get this? X runs from 1 to n. It implies to x1 union x2 union up to xn. Then this xi belongs to capital Xi. Here also we have seen this x of I belongs to xi for every I runs from 1 to n. Okay, okay. For every I which belongs from 1 to n. Okay, it completes our third unit. It is Cartesian products of several sets. We'll see what we have seen in this unit. Have seen from I think last 3 to 4 lectures we are studying DMS, which unit 3. The name of that unit is set theory. Then these were the basic concepts of set theory. We have examples of set, that is a set of all positive integers, all planets in solar system, all states in India, all the lowercase letters in alphabet. Then the representation is there, that is roster or tabular form and set builder notation. And in this method, we can see here, like if A is the set of vowels in English alphabet, how it will be given in curly braces, A, E, I, O, U. Okay, these are the commas. Okay, we differentiate the two elements in one set with the help of comma. Getting? Example 2, we can take it as set of odd numbers less than 10. Okay, what they will be? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay. Then how the set builder notation is taken? A is X such that X is a vowel in English alphabet. Okay, X is the vowel in English alphabet. It will be the A, E, I, O, U set. Getting? Then the second example we have taken is the set of 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, how it will be written there? Yes. Yes, b equal to x such that 1 is less than or equal to x less than 10. Okay, what the condition we have is number should be less than 10. So 1 is less than or equal to x less than 10. And what the second condition is? X mod 2, yes, x mod 2 is not equal to 0. Okay, if x mod 2 is equal to 0, then that number is even number. But when the x mod 2 is not equal to 0, the number is odd. Okay. Now, if an example, if an element x is a member of any set S, it is denoted by x belongs to S. Okay, what is the S? S is the set, X is the element. And if an element Y is not a member of set S, it is denoted by, yes, it is denoted by Y does not belong to S. Okay, be interactive, please. Y does not belong to S. Okay, example we had taken was 1, 1.2, 1.72. 1 belongs to S, but 1.5 does not belong to S. Okay, because set is what? It is not an interval. These are the individual elements. Okay. Then some important sets are like this: set of all natural numbers, set of all integers, set of all positive integers will be the z plus. Then q is the set of all rational numbers, r is the set of all real numbers, and w is the set of all whole numbers. Okay, these are the common examples of sets. Okay, then cardinality of set is what? It is the number of elements in that set is nothing but the cardinality. Then it comes the types of sets, in which the finite set is there, infinite set is there. Okay, a set which contains the definition number, definite number in elements is called the finite set. And what is the infinite set? If we can't count the number of elements in that set, is nothing but the infinite set. Then subset is there. What the subset is? If the elements in the set are elements in other set, then that set is the subset of that set. Y is subset of x here. In the example we can see, because y is 1 and 2 and x is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1 and 2 are the elements of this x also. So y is subset of x. Okay, here x is equal to y is there, because x is 1, 2, 3, y is also 1, 2, 3. Okay, x, how we can write it? Like y is also subset of x and x is also subset of y. Okay, here is the concept of subset. Then the term comes as proper subset. Now what the proper subset is? See here. How subset we write it? Like C and underline to that C. When proper subset is there, we only write the C there. Okay, in between the two sets. A set X is a proper subset of set Y if every element of X is an element of Y, and cardinality of X is less than cardinality of Y. Okay, now here X is taken as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and Y is again 1, 2. So what we can see here is y is proper set of x. Okay, all the elements of y are there in x. So every element of y is there in x, and cardinality of that y is also also less than cardinality of x. So we can write it like y is a proper subset of x, since all elements in y are contained in x, and x has at least one element more than set y. Means the cardinality condition is compulsory here. Okay, in proper subset, this means y is proper subset of x because cardinality of y is less than cardinality of x. Getting? Then universal set is there. It is a collection of elements in a particular context or application. Okay, it is a collection of elements in particular context or application. Means if suppose we take the set of our body parts, okay, set of body parts, then set of our sense organs, it will be the subset of that universal set. Getting? Then set of uh, uh, movement organs, that is hands and legs, that is also the subset of universal set. Universal set we can take it as the means in a particular context only. Getting? If we take the example of animals here, as it is there in the slide, you can see at the bottom. In this case, set of all mammals is a subset of U, set of all fishes are subset of U, set of all insects is a subset of U, and so on. If we consider the set of body parts, okay, body organs, then set of sense organs will be subset of that universal set of body parts. Yes or no? Getting the universal set?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay. Then we will go for the empty set or null set. Means the set having no any element will be the empty set, and the set which will have only one element, that will known as singleton set or unit set. Then equal sets are there. Okay, A is 1 to 6. Example, see here in the equal set. A is 1 to 6 and B is 6 1 2. Okay, both the sets are equal sets because though the order is changed, elements are same. A is also containing 1 2 and 6. B is also containing 1 2 and 6. So if two sets are equal, means it is like the elements in that two sets are also equal. Okay, getting? Two sets are equal means the elements in that two sets are also equal. Now what the equivalent set is? Equivalent set means cardinality of those two sets is same. Okay, if A is 1 to 6 and B is 16 17 22, it means the cardinality of A is equal to cardinality of B. So those two sets A and B are said to be equivalent set. Equal sets are elements are also equal, and equivalent sets are the cardinality is same. Getting? Then overlapping set is there. Overlapping set means what? Two sets that have at least one common element are called overlapping sets. Here in A and here in B, 1 2 6 and 6 12 42 is there. At least one element is there that is common. A is also having, B is also having. So B is also having 6, A is also having 6. So A and B are called as the overlapping sets. There is a common element 6, hence these sets are overlapping sets. One element is common, so it is a overlapping sets. Getting? Now, with the help of Venn diagram, these four equations, those we have means actually these are not elaborated, but I will tell you. As the overlapping sets are there in Venn diagrams, we can see means what is there. Okay, all these operations we have seen. This is the union operation, disjoint operation is there, intersection operation is there. Then you can see with the help of Venn diagrams and that these elements are or these equations are proved. Okay, these statements are true that we can see with the help of Venn diagrams. Okay, you study it with your own. Okay, you have notes with you, so you will have all these equations with you, and with the help of that Venn diagrams, you all of you have to do this. Okay, and this is all about overlapping sets. Then disjoint set. If A and B are the two sets, in common they are not having anything. Okay, two sets are common. Sorry for the interrupt. Disjoint sets are what? The elements are different from each other. Okay, means two sets are there, A and B. They are not having any common element. Then those sets are disjoint sets. Okay, here like example 1, 2, 6 and 7, 9, 14. Both the sets are having different elements. So A and B are the disjoint sets. Okay, these two equations also, now you know A intersection B is pi in case of disjoint set, and A union B is number of elements plus number of elements or elements of A plus elements of B. Okay, so these two equations also you can understand now because we already have studied the operations. Now we have seen these Venn diagrams, and with the help of operations we again will see the all the Venn diagrams also. Then the first operation that we have studied is set union. The union of sets A and B denoted by AUB. U is for that union. Okay. Then what we have is A union B is X such that X belongs to A or X belongs to B. Okay. Am I audible here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Here some different mode is there. So I got confused. Union is there means all the elements we have to consider from set A and set B. Okay, the common elements are taken only once. It is the union operation. Then intersection is there. The in the intersection of A and B, only the common elements are considered. Okay, we can see with the help of here Venn diagram. This yellow portion is there, that is only the intersection of sets A and B. Okay, only the common elements are there in the intersection. Then set difference is there. only the elements of A is nothing but A minus B. Okay, means common elements are not there in set difference. So this is the A minus B. Same here is the B minus A. Here only considered are the elements of B. Okay, elements of A which are in common with B are not considered. So it is B minus A. Okay, in A minus B we have to consider the elements of A uh, which are not in B. Okay, common elements and elements of B we are not going to consider in A, and in B minus A, common elements of A and B and elements of A we are not going to consider. We are going to consider which are only the elements of B. So we can see here is A minus B is not equal to B minus A. Okay. Then complement of a set is here. What the complement of a set is? Means universal set minus that particular set is the complement of that set. Okay, if A is the set of odd integers, then A dash will be the set of that does not means elements in that will not be odd integers. Okay, getting complement of that set means exactly opposite set will be there. Then ordered pairs are here. XY are written in a particular order, that is known as the ordered pair. XY is not equal to YX. This order is there and we do not change that order, we cannot change that order. Okay. Then we see the Cartesian product. It is the product of two sets A and B. And these are the means Cartesian product contain the ordered pairs of two sets, where first element is from first set and second element is from second set. Here we can see A cross B is there, and A and B are the these type of elements are there in the Cartesian product. Then we can say is A belongs to capital A and B belongs to capital B. Okay, it is the Cartesian product. Here with the help of this graph we can see X, Y, Z is there, 1, 2, 3 is there. Then how the Cartesian product is taken. First we consider the row, then we consider the column. Okay, x1, x2, x3, y1, y2, y3, and z1, z2, z3. Then example, we have plotted this graph as example of this means ordered pairs also and Cartesian product also. Then these are the some rules that we are going to means that already we have seen in case of this Cartesian product. Cartesian product of A and B means A cross B is not equal to B cross A. Okay, because these are the ordered pairs, so we can say A cross B is not equal to B cross A. Then they are not associative also, means A cross B cross C is not equal to A cross B cross C. You can see here the parenthesis. Okay, the order we cannot change, so these are not associative also. Okay, then intersections, unions, and subsets of Cartesian product. Here are some properties, those are true, and we also have proved these properties, that is A intersection B cross C intersection D is equal to A cross C intersection B cross D. With the help of this diagram we have seen this. Okay, then here it is also, this statement is true, but with intersection statement is true, but if we take union instead of intersection, it is not true. Okay, like this, A union B cross C union D is not equal to A cross C union B cross D. Okay, then distributivity law is there. It is also we can see with the help of this diagram. Okay, we have demonstrated this already, taking the three sets A, B, and C. A is 1, 2, 3, 4, B is 2, 3, 4, 5, and C is 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Then we have seen the cardinality today itself. That cardinality of Cartesian product is multiplication of cardinalities of individual sets, and Cartesian product of several sets is like this. Okay, that also we have seen. X1 cross X2 cross X3 dash 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 cross Xn is set of X1, X2, X3 such that Xi belongs to capital Xi. For every I belongs to 1 to n. Okay, this is the, yes, this is the third unit, that is set. Okay, all of you have got this?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt in this chapter? Yes, any doubt in this chapter? We have to move for the second chapter, inference, that bit we means we want to revise that bit, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am. Revise.
Yes, that's what that's why I'm asking, are you clear with the third unit?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we will see the rules of inference. Okay,
मॅम
hmm?
असाइनमेंट कधी देणार आहे?
देते आज संध्याकाळी, देते आज संध्याकाळी.
ओके मॅम.
हॅलो मॅम.
येस,
मॅम थर्ड युनिट मधला लास्ट पॉइंट एकदा सांगता का?
तुम्हाला स्क्रीन दिसतीये?
नो मॅम.
ओके, आता
येस, नाव विजिबल.
again see here, I'm telling the last point. It is simple, the Cartesian product that we are taking. Okay, A आणि B दोन सेट्स असतील तर आपण कार्टेशियन प्रोडक्ट कसा घेतो? A क्रॉस B, A मधला एक एलिमेंट, B मधला एक एलिमेंट, अशी एक ऑर्डर्ड पेअर होते. ओके, आवाज येत नाहीये तुमचा.
मॅम हे पॉइंट एक्सप्लेन व्हाईट बोर्डवर एक्सप्लेन करा.
व्हाईट बोर्ड वरती. ओके, ओके, ए क्रॉस बी. ओके, हे दोन सेट्स आहेत आपल्याकडे. त्यातले सपोज आता ए मध्ये कुठले एलिमेंट्स आहेत? ए मध्ये एलिमेंट्स आहेत A1, A2, A3 डॉट 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 AN. ओके, इथपर्यंत कळालं? ए मध्ये कुठले एलिमेंट्स आहेत? A1, A2, A3 अप टू AN. गेटिंग? त्याच्यानंतर बी मध्ये कुठले एलिमेंट्स आहेत? B1, B2, B3 डॉट 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 BN. बरोबर आहे? हे असं आपण अज्युम करतो. मग सपोज आणि आपल्याला मल्टिपल घ्यायचं. C1 घेतोय आपण, त्याच्यामध्ये एलिमेंट्स आहेत C1, C2, C3 अगेन डॉट 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 CN. Okay, these are the elements of A, B and C. So now how I will take the Cartesian product? Simply it is like A1, B1, C1. Okay, हे एक झालं. Then A1, B1, C2. Okay, then असं प्रत्येक कॉम्बिनेशन आपल्याला घेत जावं लागणार. पहिल्यांदा आपण पेअर कुठली घेतली? A1, B1. ओके, सो A1, B1, C1. मी कर्सर घेऊन दाखवते. कर्सर A1, B1, C1. देन A1, B1, C2. A1, B1, C3 अप टू A1, B1, CN. असं एक येणार. त्याच्यानंतर A1, B2, C1, A1, B2, C2, A1, B2, C3 up to A1, B2, CN. ओके, त्याच्यानंतर A1, B3, C1, A1, B3, C2, A1 like this, C3, A1, B3, CN. Okay, got it? Same we will do again with the A2, A2, B1, C1, A2, B1, C2, A2, B1, C3 up to A2, B1, CN. Again A2, B2, C1, A2, B2, C2, A2, B2, C3, A2, B2, C4, A2, B2 up to CN. कळतंय मी काय सांगतेय? त्याच्यानंतर A2, B3 झालं. असं BN पर्यंतचे एलिमेंट्स A2 बरोबर घेणार. पुन्हा A3 बरोबर B1 ची पेअर करून C चे सगळे एलिमेंट, A3 बरोबर B2 ची पेअर करून C चे सगळे एलिमेंट्स, A3 बरोबर B3 ची पेअर करून C चे सगळे एलिमेंट्स. लाईक दिस वी आर गोइंग टू टेक द what we can say Cartesian product. ओके, फायनाईट एलिमेंट हे आपण इनफायनाईट साठी अभ्यास करतोय. ओके, तुम्हाला फायनाईट एलिमेंट घेऊन दुसरा एक टेक्स्ट इकडे बघा. आता सपोज A is the set of 1, 2. Okay, B is set 3 4 आणि C is set 5 6. Okay, now A cross B cross C काय असेल? बघा 1, 3, 5. Okay, in second parenthesis
136.
1, 3, 6. Then in third it will be 1, 4, 5. Then सगळे एलिमेंट्स मी घेऊन दाखवते आता तुम्ही बघा 1 4 5 झालं 1 4 6. त्याच्यानंतर आता 2 बरोबर येणार बरोबर 1 चे संपले सगळे
Yes, ma'am.
2, 3, 5. Then 2, 3, 6. And remaining 2 are 2, 3, 5. आणि शेवटचा एलिमेंट
ma'am.
कुठला असेल?
मॅम 2 4 5 येणार.
5 येत ma'am.
हा सॉरी 2 4 5. येस सॉरी. आणि शेवटचा एलिमेंट काय येणार 2, 4, 6. कळालं कार्टेशियन प्रोडक्ट ऑफ मल्टिपल सेट्स?
Yes, ma'am.
नक्की
Yes.
Yes,
किती
ma'am.
पण सेट्स असतील त्यातला प्रत्येक एलिमेंट हा मॅप झाला पाहिजे प्रत्येक दुसऱ्या एलिमेंट बरोबर. आता तुम्ही प्रत्येक एलिमेंट बघा 1 बिलोंग्स टू A, 3 बिलोंग्स टू B, 5 बिलोंग्स टू C. ओके, ही ऑर्डर चेंज होत नाही. 1 बिलोंग्स टू A, 3 बिलोंग्स टू B, 6 बिलोंग्स टू C. 1 belongs to A, 4 belongs to B, 5 belongs to C. Again, 1 belongs to A, 4 belongs to B, A, B, C चे एलिमेंट्स जसे आहेत तसे त्याच ऑर्डरनी कार्टेशियन प्रोडक्ट मध्ये सुद्धा येतात. ओके, कळालं? येस और नो?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
ओके.
Yes, ma'am.
आता यामध्ये अजून एक जर ऑर्डर्ड पेअर घ्यायची असेल, ओके, ऑर्डर्ड पेअर घ्यायची असेल 2 टपल मध्येच तो एलिमेंट आपल्याला घ्यायचा असेल जो सेकंड पॉइंट होता. हा जो सेकंड पॉइंट होता 2 टपल्स मध्ये इफ टपल्स आर डिफाइंड एज नेस्टेड ऑर्डर्ड पेअर्स इट कॅन बी आयडेंटिफाइड एज x1 cross x2 cross xn minus 1 cross xn. How we will take it, I will show you. In this only I will I cannot do anything in this. मला नवीनच पुन्हा एलिमेंट्स. यामध्ये हे नेस्टेड ऑर्डर्स कसे येणार सांगू तुम्हाला. स्क्रीन दिसतीये ना? येस.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ओके, यामध्ये कसे येणार नेस्टेड? या 1 3 याला एक पॅरेंथेसिस येणार म्हणजे काय होणार 1 3 हा एक एलिमेंट आहे आणि 5 हा दुसरा एलिमेंट आहे. ओके, that 1 3 same like this. 1 3 is one element and 6 is another element. Two tuples will be there. 1 3 will be 1 and 5 will be second. 1 3 will be 1 and 6 will be second. In this case, what it will be? 1 4 will be the first tuple and then 5 will be the second. Then 1 4 will be the first and 6 will be the second item. Same 2 3 will be the first, 5 will be the second. 2 3 will be the first, 6 will be the second. Same with 2 4 and 5 and 2 4 and 6. Now you got it. The second point that we were discussing, it is like first in parenthesis we will take the A cross B elements and then C set elements will be considered. Getting? Okay. Are you all clear with the Cartesian product of multiple sets? Yes or no?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Okay. So actually I wanted to show you the rules of inference today, but time is not that remaining. So what we will do is tomorrow our lecture is there tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So
Time
that
is same also.
2:30 to 3:30.
Yes.
Okay. So tomorrow we will take this rules of inference. तुम्ही मला पहिल्यांदा सांगा थर्ड युनिट बद्दल तुम्ही क्लिअर आहात का?
Yes, ma'am.
कुठली अशी कॉन्सेप्ट आहे का आता थर्ड युनिट मधली की ती तुम्हाला कळालेली नाहीये? येस. सो सेकंड चॅप्टर मधले ते रूल्स ऑफ इन्फरन्स आहे ते आपण उद्याच्या लेक्चर मध्ये घेऊ. ओके. नाउ all of you, just I want to share with you is about attendance. I have told you that attendance is compulsory here. The defaulter list for a month of October is in process. So your attendance must be above 80% for all the lectures. You have time now onwards also tell your friends that 80% and above attendance is mandatory. Okay, for whatever your marks ICA, that is 25 marks are there, those depend on your attendance. So please keep it in mind that you have to attend the classes. Again, while putting the attendance, please put your attendance once only. Okay, put the attendance only once. Don't repeat. In chat box, you have to give the attendance once only. Okay, so shall we stop here? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. सगळ्यांनी attendance put केली आहे?
Yes, ma'am.